Hello there, fellow zombie survivors. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Nomad, episode 31, Old Outpost Nostalgia. To briefly recap last stream, the emergency broadcast station Zulu 66 went down and required repairs, and the repair calls for a lead pipe. So I spent maybe 4.5 hours last stream looking for a lead pipe, kind of everywhere. Gesture at everything. And about a half an hour collecting propane. As far as the lead pipes go, I actually spent a considerable amount of time off stream in a custom map, or whatever, a different map than this one, looking for lead pipes, and I have a lead. I think I know where I might find one. Worst case scenario, I have a mod that allows you to convert one metal pipe into 2 lead pipes. So I don't want to spend all of stream today looking for just the same lead pipe. It's a waste of my time. It's supposed to be a bit more common than it is. Either I'm getting excruciatingly, painfully unlucky, or mods are tinkering with the loot pools. In either case, I'm pretty sure I know where I can find a lead pipe, and I'll be heading there as soon as I can get the Jeep back and running. So the end of last stream, we were up in Louisville, up here, poking around the hardware stores, and then drove all the way back to the Valley Point Medium Warehouse as a place to sleep because my character's way too tired. I managed to destroy the stairwell up here, climb a rope, pull the rope up, and this is where I am now. Pretty wild. Pretty dang wild. It is 10 a.m., but I think I am going to go to sleep a little early, because I am so ridiculously tired, there's a fair chance that I sleep in. So let's get that going. Oh, not rest. Sleep. So the first order of business, alright, it's 4 p.m., so that's not ideal for me, but it's fine. Repair the Jeep. So my Jeep right now is not exactly operable. We are left with a fraction of a percent of a gas tank in it, meaning that it is not going to be relied upon to drive us home. It basically doesn't hold gasoline anymore. The gas tank ruptured. Now, what I wanted to do is just sneak around and take a look at the perimeter to make sure that... Oh, sneaking leveled up. To make sure that my drive in here didn't completely surround this factory. It's kind of hard to see... Wow, even light-footed. It's kind of hard to see from upper floors. Check if the roof has zombies. Roof will never have zombies. I've never seen zombies up here, like, ever. I suppose they could wander up, but I don't think they spawn up here. So, how to spend my time? What I could do, I suppose, is try to close the doors and practice some carpentry? That would be probably a wise use of my time until these zombies get slow, because I'm not going to go out there until they're not hyperspeed. All it would take is 2 or 3 zombies and I'd be dead. It might even not be that wise to disassemble the crates nearest the wall, because they're the easiest to be heard. Now, I've already gone through all of these boxes, but now that I know that I mostly just need metal bars to do the rest of the vehicle modding, that's what I'll be looking out for. I think I did a pretty good job grabbing all the metal bars, though. I'm going to also grab the metal sheets. They're going to help me repair the terrible damage that I did to my own Jeep. Now, some items in the Jeep, like the gas tank, can't be repaired with sheet metal. I'm going to need to find a standard size gas tank in another vehicle and swap it out. after siphoning the gasoline out of the Jeep. So I suppose pretty soon here we will see the new liquid mechanics, or whatever you want to call it. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I am not finding... I think I scoured this place really effectively. I am not seeing anything that I need right now. One metal bar. All that work. Single metal bar. I don't think I can make the metal bars, though. Let's see. Metalworking. No. I can just make sheets. So the metalwork mechanics and carpentry books are fully read. I haven't read anything else, and I also haven't journaled in a while. That's something else pretty high up on my list of things to do. It'd be nice to bring an antique oven back, but I think the reality is it's too big. And hopefully I won't be here for too many months longer. This is not a fruitful search. Now, one can make the argument that I should be collecting all the metal sheets so that I can just grind up my metalworking skill, but in my experience, leveling at metalworking is easiest disassembling things than assembling things. There's not a lot that you can make with metalworking that matters or helps you level up all that much. And it actually just uses up a crazy amount of propane in the process of crafting. Alright, I hear some zombies to my south. Not concerned yet, but I should make sure that I can rapidly sprint up to the sheet rope if need be. There's another metal bar. Nice. Hey, Terra Kittens. Thanks for gifting out subs. And Jungle Boy, welcome to your first stream. You're a regular YouTube watcher? You are not alone in that. There's a lot of people that just tune into YouTube that finally catch first streams. I see that comment a lot, so you're in good company here. It's too bad the pipes and the bars aren't interchangeable. That would be really nice. I'm gonna try to stop this zombie from making too much noise. It's easy to forget how fast they are during the day. Like, oh, we found our first Louisville map. So this, of course, is added in. Nice. The south. Oh, hi. Yeah, it's easy to forget how ridiculously fast they are, because I spend most of the days indoors. But it's a pretty good reminder. It's super freaky having them sprint at you like psychopaths. So this is map 1 of 9, I believe. And I will show you in just a second where I'm safe, what it reveals. Oh wow, I can even fit the sledgehammer inside? Yes, please. Lower that carry weight. Wow, that is a nice chunk. That is a real nice chunk. So we searched these buildings, at least those 3, when we came into Louisville. There's a lot of other buildings. We've got the train yard, suburbs. What is that yellow thing? I forget. I think that's the school? No, the horse track. That's the horse track. You've got some marina, port, factory things up here. More suburbs. And then this is sort of the industrial sector, and then more downtown. So this is just one of the multiple maps that we could find. So I'm definitely eager to try to fill that in. Collect the maps, if you will. Let's see here. What can I do for myself? I'm just going to wait for nightfall. I'm not really being productive otherwise. There we go. So it should be safe for me to go outside, and I just need to get the Jeep running. As I mentioned. That will include repairing what needs repairing. At least so it's can get off the ground. And then also finding a new gas tank. Because I'm not going anywhere without gasoline. I will want a bunch of metal pipes for the Peterbilt. Yeah, true. True. I do have a limited amount of carry weight though, so I'm trying not to over encumber myself with items that I don't need now. Let's get back to the Jeep and grab ourselves a bit of a meal. Now, I don't have a good memory of what cars are around here in terms of vehicle repair. Let's take a look. I do have a bunch of propane tanks and things like that, so we should have plenty of material to be able to do repairs. So it looks like I need 2 headlights. My front right windows here are totally messed up, so I'm just gonna, no, don't smash it. I'm just gonna uninstall it and uninstall the door. It also looks like the trunk is totally caved in, and then the gas tank's at essentially 0%. Somehow it's holding on to a tiny fraction of gasoline, but it's essentially not gassed up anymore. It's not going to be able to get me anywhere. It's actually very surprising that I even made it out of the of Louisville at all, because of how junked this thing is. All right, repairing up the trunk. The trunk lid is also gone. I'll repair up the trunk lid. The trunk lid isn't on this, like, numbers overlay, though. But the trunk lid protects the trunk, and the trunk is what allows you to carry stuff. Maybe I should have gotten more metal sheets. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll be looking for that. And then for me to uninstall the gas tank, I actually need to physically empty it. The windshield's gone, and then the headlights, I believe, are gone too. Yeah. This thing took, like, several beatings. Whoa, I don't even have taillights? Okay, I didn't know that. I guess I did reverse over a bunch of zombies. Someone redeemed the Yoda cam? Yeah. I know. He's the fun one to look at. So if memory serves... Oh, I didn't grab food. I'm going to be lazy and just eat oats. How's my weight anyway? 78 and dropping. That's no problem. I do have some parts in here, but not the parts I need to make any of these repairs. No. Some more metal bars. I can't store what I want to store up here, not really. There should be more sheet metal in the factory for me to do some more trunk lid, and hood repairs. But right now, I'm looking for a gas tank. So, Operation Find Gas Tank. Well, that looks like a total junker, but it might have to do. I do have a spare gas tank back at the Muldra weather outpost, though. So if I can limp my way back to the Muldra outpost, I can initiate most of the rest of the repairs. I don't even really need that door. Alright, this thing does have a gas tank, and it is operable. Hello? Smash. Oh, you know what? Is this thing not a car? No, it's not a car anymore. It's just a wreck that somehow I salvaged a gas tank out of. That'll have to do. Then I have to go back into the factory and grab like a bucket. Oh, it's a big gas can. Well, look at you. I will try to repair you up as much as I can. We have tons and tons of spare gas cans on the vehicle itself. So gassing it up should be no issue at all. Where did I go on cam? It is magic, isn't it? I just disappear. Hey, buddy. Yoda. And then reappear. You know, I'm a little scared of the dark. I know, it's pathetic. But let's get the lights on. If I'm going to be rooting around in a factory, I don't want to be stumbling around in the dark. It's better for you if you can see things too. So much nicer. I don't really care if there's zombies bashing doors as long as they don't get in. So let's try putting the gasoline that's in the car into that bucket. And then I could make large metal sheets with these small ones. I'll just grab the metal pipes because you're right. For the Peterbilt, I am going to want them, and I might as well start amassing them. I might have to make a large sheet from small sheets. So I'll start to collect smaller sheets. If there are any. Nope, there was... I will never ever get used to trying to go through giant... Nope, that's not it. Giant stacks of, like, boxes. Ah, there we go. There's a large sheet. So with that one large sheet, let's see how much we can repair this thing. 93%. Oh, dang. I really am a bit of a genius when it comes to metalwork. I just want to grab the rest of the sheeting so that I can repair as much of the hood, trunk, and trunk lid as possible. I should have grabbed it when I was going through this originally. Oh, there was one. There was 2 metal sheets in here somewhere. Yeah, they are. Alright, 97% gas tank. I would say that's pretty good. No, don't fill the bucket. Pour on the ground. Meant to fill the water bottle that I had. I am actually going to need the bucket unfilled. So, I'm not 100% sure how to do the whole... Maybe you can't siphon into anything but a... I thought you could... Well, I don't know. Another alternative is to gas up the generator with a gas can. And then the gas can I'm holding won't be full. And then I can siphon from my vehicle. So where's that bucket? I guess the bucket's just not a valid siphon. I think it probably needs to be enclosed. So with that in mind, I am going to pour one of my water bottles on the ground because I'm going to see if I can't siphon. Yep, here we go. So siphoning to a water bottle. Where'd the water bottle go? Bottle of gasoline. Very cool. And to think I am soon going to drink out of that again. Nothing like some good carcinogens to make me not tasty to the zombies. I suppose I could have just emptied out this gas can and then repaired it and put it back in. But I kind of like the giant one I found better. This is a small gas tank. And this is a big gas tank. I'll take big over small. Size matters in this context. All right, there we go. 57 gallons. That, my friends, is an upgrade. Yeah, absolutely. And add gasoline from the bottle. Yeah, I am topping this thing up. All right, there we go. That should be a lot of gasoline. Oh, I forgot about the one that's still in my hands. I will eventually grab light bulbs out of this facility before I leave so I can get lights. I don't have a windshield. I'm not going to worry about the windshield at the moment. I just want to repair as much as I can the hood because I don't have a ram bar anymore. All right, that's a whole lot of repairing. We have a lot of extra weight up top. I don't have a windshield, but I'm not going to worry about the windshield at the moment. Yeah, Yoda's a sleepy dude. Was there anything else in here that I really, really wanted? I don't think so. I think we just grab lights and go. I can leave the rope there. I hope that zombies don't remove it. I don't exactly need taillights. I don't find that taillights illuminate very much, but I'll take light bulbs for taillights anyway. I'm already getting drowsy because I woke up pretty early. I went to sleep at 10 a.m., so I woke up at 4. And that's going to be a bit of an issue because during my useful working hours, I'll be too drowsy to fight. So for car repairs, it isn't like weapon repairs. it doesn't stack like that, so you can repair them infinitely. Whereas weapons, yeah, you're right. Once you repair it a few times, your subsequent repairs are kind of worthless. But that isn't the case here, which is kind of nice. So I still have protection for the windshield on this Jeep. Pretty high, but I don't have a windshield, which is funny. The windshield broke underneath the protection. Why is this lit right now? That's really strange. Is it just bright? Yeah, I guess it's just bright right there? I don't know. Come on. What's this generator? Yeah, I guess it's headlights. I didn't realize that I had turned them on. But clearly I have. Okay. Current priority is head back to Mauled Outpost. It's kind of a bit of a trip. So I better drive carefully because of the no lethal bull bar that well, okay, I say carefully and I hit tree. I have no lethal bull bar, so I can't be plowing through zombies, but also I don't want to be caught out here in the day because the fast sprinters will wreck the car badly. And I know I don't have a door on there. If I pass a... Whoa, hello. If I pass a standard vehicle on my way back home that has a door that I might be able to use, I'll stop to grab it as long as it doesn't require too much fighting. Oh, come on. That was just insurance fraud right there. I didn't really hit him. He dove. It's like a soccer player. Alright, that one was my fault. Trying to smoke and drive. Little. Not great. Another thing I could do is when I get to the Valley Point Bridge, I can top up all my gas cans, because I think I have gasoline storage there still, which should have plenty of gasoline because I put like 200 liters in it. So as long as the 4173 patch didn't break that gas container, that gas trailer, that would be good for me to do, because I just dumped all my gasoline into this Jeep. And even then, like all, whatever, 3-4 jerry cans, because of how big the tank is, I'm only 2/3 full, or almost 3/4. Quite there yet. We have to drive past all of Valley Point, and I haven't spent basically any time in Valley Point other than the mall, which means I haven't killed anything. That's why it's so populous. That one was my fault too. I just work for the personal injury insurance lawyers. So the mall would be on my left here on the road coming up. That'd definitely be one place to find spare parts. If I recall, I left this car here, and that car is in pretty good condition. That's why I took it in the first place. So let's go ahead and grab the windshield. It is missing a door, though. I wonder if doors are interchangeable. Let's see. Yeah, I can throw any front door. Okay. Jeep's is 68%. That is not bad. I will update that. Scout vehicle. Oh, you know what? It was already at 68, and then it dropped down to like 50 something, and now it's back up. So here, as you can see, the goals. Jeep is 68. Am I going to pull for me to magically find a lead pipe? No, I don't think it won't come to that. I covered that really earlier on this stream, that worst case scenario, I have a mod that allows me to make them out of metal pipes, but I'm still going to try to find one. So if I am not mistaken, for me to properly gas my car up, I have to hook the gas trailer. Oh, that's weird. I have to hook the gas trailer to the... Oh, no, I don't. Refuel from the tank. Nice. And then I'll grab the cans up top. I'm also probably running out of time. Daylight hours. Because it's almost 6 a.m. So I might sleep here in the trailer. It's a pretty good stopping point still. And the spot at which... I'll just keep using B. The interaction spot for that thing's a little iffy. Difficult to hit. Another thing I'm curious about is if I have enough metal bars to make anything significant, like window protection. So I will count up my bars. I have 1, 2, 8, or 7, because I can count. With only 7 of them, that's probably going to be a no. I don't think there's any in the trunk. And I don't believe there's any in the seats. Oh no, 10. Nice. That is enough. That is awesome. Okay, metalworking. Or tuning, rather. For me to make window protection, I need a propane torch with more propane in it. That's fine. I have plenty of propane. And unfavorite the welder mask, because that's a thing that I need to do for whatever reason. Awesome. Well, that's another window protected. I am definitely Happy about that. So front right window is going to be protected now. 70%. It is climbing. We can't ever get to 100% because on this Jeep, you either choose between a roof rack or roof tent. So I think your max is like 98%. But still, that's pretty good. Now that I've used up some... I've used up some of the bars, I should have more space to empty the seats out into other containers. We'll see. Just trying to tidy up. Okay. That is as tidy as we get. And it doesn't look like I'll be freeing up one of the rear seats. That's too bad. But I am very happy about getting more armor. Oh, we did free up a rear seat. I think. Because it looks like we used up all that propane and it just deleted the tank itself. Because that makes sense. In that rear seat, I'm going to put the sledgehammer, though. I don't need to carry a sledgehammer with me all the time. I could leave a propane tank here. I probably don't want to, though. They're sort of important, especially when I'm going to be doing a lot of modding later on. So I'm going to want it with me. I wonder how much gas is left in this thing. This being my little mobile station. 89. Well, that's not terrible. Okay. It is not really the right hour to go to sleep, because I'm going to be up at a horrible hour if I go to sleep now. I just don't have a lot of other... I don't have books on me or anything like that. Zombies start to get freakishly fast very soon. What did I leave behind here? Nothing useful. There is, yeah, let me, you know what? I'm going to collect some of the small sheet metal. Because I can definitely see myself putting that to use. In the metal pipes. It's a bit risky to be out here during daylight hours. But this area should be relatively empty. Yeah, I see one zombie coming up over to me. It's a bit more risky because of how ridiculously tired I am. But I fight with no honor. Hit him while he's down. Because I have so much propane, I'm also shredding cars for parts. Because I get metal bars out of that, and metal pipes and things. Normally, it's really, really expensive to shred cars like that, because it significantly uses up the propane that you have, but I'll just get more of it. It's also a good way for me to level up my metalwork. Where did my torch go? I'm holding it. It's in my hands, of course. I could also exercise. Yeah, you're right. You know, how about I do some push-ups in the trailer? Cats, that's a great idea. Normally I don't exercise because it doesn't, the amount of exercise that you require to be able to go up a level of fitness is like nearly impossible to achieve. Alright, squats and push-ups, and I am now way too tired to do anything else. James's big bag of holding. Put that back on my back. I'm very creative with my names, as you can see. Alright, let's head to sleep. "3:30 in the afternoon, or 3 in the afternoon. At least we won't be tired if we get jumped by zombs. So I'm going to continue to shred cars for parts. If I could get rear window protection, that would be awesome. To have a truly ruggedized car is one of the goals, obviously. I wish scrap metal had more uses. There's kind of no purpose to it. Alright, I do see that zombie over there. Metalworking gone up. Right on. It is now level 5. If I get to level 8, which is, I think eventually going to happen, at level 8, I am able to make the lethal bumpers, which would be amazing. Did I fill the big gas tank completely? I have, yes. Alright, I'm up to half of the bars I need for the next armored window. This is looking good. I don't have enough propane, so let's go top up the propane tank and drop off the metal and go for more shredding. You know who I am now? I make a lot of reference to Supernatural as I play this. I am now Bobby Singer. That's who I am. Bobby Singer in Supernatural was a, well, kind of a zombie hunter who also was a scrap metaler. He had a scrap yard for scrapped cars. I've officially leveled up to Bobby Singer level. Oh, no, I have 10. Because I stored 3, yeah, because my math is phenomenal. Bridge is so tidy. I know, it's not going to have anything left by the time I'm done. It's going to be clear as the River Nile. That'd be a weird crossover. Unfavorite and make window protection. So we're left. Boom. Oh, this is glorious. Roof rack is totally full. So these metal sheets, you know what? Actually, those metal sheets are going to be used to repair the car a little bit more. Let's go hood. Nice. And trunk lid. Pushing that 100%, so we're almost at 72% for the car. For our scout vehicle. It's really coming together, I know. It went from being close to fully destroyed, or totaled. Technically, it was basically totaled by the time I brought it into the factory, because it was not running really at all. It's a lot of sheets. I can't believe it's not even the hour for me to drive back yet. And I'm out of propane for that. Okay, yep. Gonna need to re-up. Seven more bars and I got all windows protected. And the real benefit of that protection is if the car ever, like, stalls or something and zombies start pounding on the doors and the windows don't get punched out so easy. And that way, gives me time to think and react. I think, though, I have nowhere to put this stuff. Mr. Slim, thank you for the resub. What I will do is I'll start to... No, ditching drinking water seems like a bad idea. Refill. Oh, why isn't it letting me refill? Well, this is weird. I don't know. I haven't the foggiest. Let's be refill from the other tank. Maybe it's so low that I really don't know. Can I drink the trailer? That thing is filled with gasoline. So I'm gonna go with no. Probably not wise to drink that stuff. That's my gas tank. My extended gas tank. It says Jim Beam, but it's gas. Yeah, it says Jim Beam, but I filled it with gasoline myself. I went to a gas station and topped it up. Probably tastes... Hello. Ow, don't do that. Don't bite me. That was rude. You lacerated my arm. Very rude. See, now I can't fight as good. And I'm sure all of my clothing is messed up. So, your clothing is messed up now, too. What a naughty lay. Wow, that's a lot of leather off of a basically completely destroyed piece of duster. It's almost the hour where I'm going to be able to safely traverse the map. But I'm so close to having that last bar, I'm just going to push it. Could I sew leather straps into my gear? I could. I'm sort of waiting to read the tailoring book, though, so that I get more bang for my buck doing that. I like to generally, when I'm skill grinding or doing things that require skill, I like to get the most bang for my buck, because you might as well. So for the window protection, I probably just need more propane, yeah. So maybe when I get back to the... Once I have Zulu repaired, doing things like working on tailoring will become an option. I'll open it up to all of you to vote on. Okay, we are all armored. And just getting ready for the drive. I'm not sure what's going on with this propane tank, why it's not letting me refuel off of it. So the goal really hasn't changed. It is to head back to the Muldra Outpost. How many bars is it for the lethal bumper? It is 5 pipe. It's 2 bars, 5 pipes, 6 small sheets, 4 large sheets. But it's metalworking 8, which is why I haven't made it. Oh, let's also figure out what my percent's at now. 73. Yeah, the lethal bumper doesn't require just bars. It totally makes sense that the bars are required for the windows, though. I get that, the way they look. Oh, and Soul Blader, by the way, congrats for having your scenario idea become the next miniseries for RimWorld. Have I found the lead pipe? Nope, not yet. But I know where I want to look. Oops. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Nomad, which originally streamed live on Twitch, August 9th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rodamont.com and the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there, my fellow zombie survivors.